Hey YouTube, it's Jonathan, and today I've got a foundation review for you. I haven't reviewed a foundation in a few months on here, but I received a package in the mail today, and I post on Snapchat a picture of this box. Hourglass sent me their Immaculate foundation, which isn't new, but I think they're sort of remarketing it now because I've seen a few posts about it on Instagram and stuff. But they sent me this, and I posted this on Snapchat a few hours ago, and I got a few replies saying that you wanted me to do a first impression, so that is what we're gonna do here for you today. In this box, they sent me, okay, papers. In this box, I have a sample of the Veil Primer, which I've heard countless YouTubers talk about and love. And they also sent me two shades of the foundation. I have this in Pearl and Vanilla, which are the two lightest shades. So I'm gonna start today with the Veil Primer. This is an SPF 15 mineral-based primer. It's got titanium dioxide and zinc oxide in it as your protection. And this says it's our #1 worldwide best-selling product. It's an award-winning, oil-free multitasking primer. Basically, it is just a clear primer that's gonna help to blur out pores. It says it's gonna help to conceal redness and fine lines and wrinkles. So I will put this on half of my face and not the other so I can compare. All right, so I've got a little bit on my fingertip. I think I'm going to apply this on, well, I know I'm going to apply this on my left side. And I'm just gonna kinda work that in all over this side of my face. This feels really silicone-y. Both this and the foundation are silicone-based products, so they are obviously designed and meant to go together. So in general, I don't really care for silicone-based primers. I don't like the way they make my skin feel because this feels really slick, which I guess is the idea if you want your foundation to kind of smooth on quickly. But let me grab a closer mirror. So looking up close in the mirror, I don't really see the redness concealed with the primer, but my skin definitely looks a lot smoother and more poreless on this side of my face. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Pearl today. I think that Vanilla is gonna be just a little bit too pink on me. I already went ahead and put the right cap on it. When you get this, it comes with like a twist off cap and then you replace it with the pump. So this foundation is the Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation, and it is a liquid to powder formula that is supposed to absorb oil, camouflage imperfections, and deliver a long-lasting velvet matte finish. You know me, I don't really love a matte finish, but I've really been into powder foundation recently, so I'm kind of really interested to see this liquid to powder texture and see if it's similar to some of the regular powder foundations that I have. I definitely prefer the application of liquid, so we'll see what happens. It also says that it is shown to improve the appearance of oily acneic skin. My skin recently has been combination, and as the warmer weather is approaching, I'm getting a little bit more and more oily, but I wouldn't say that I am an oily or acneic skin type, but I am breakout prone, if that makes any sense at all. It is also supposed to improve acne scars and pore size, and I don't have like acne scarring, but after I have breakouts, especially larger pimples, it stays red. This has been gone for about 3 weeks now, but I still have like a rather large red spot, so hopefully it will help to get rid of that. But yeah, let's get this on my face. So I'm gonna start with one pump of that on the back of my hand. I am going to dab into that, and I'm gonna start on the not primed side. And they say to work quickly, and they say that as it's drying, it's turning into a powder, so it's going to be kind of setting as you're blending. That looks pretty so far. It's supposed to be medium to full coverage. That one pump was like literally just this cheek area. And then I'm gonna use another pump on the primed side. A little bit is going a lot further on this side than it did on this side, so really I guess it is making a difference. I'm worried about it settling in my forehead expression lines because that's generally my problem with foundations. That's where it settles the most, so I try to apply as little product there as possible. But of course that is the area of my face where I experience most of my breakouts, so I can only do but so much. I'm gonna see if I can build it up at all, so I'm gonna take one more pump on my hand. I'm gonna use the brush, and I'm just going to apply it sort of on the areas that I wanna build up coverage, just to see if I can really get this to a full coverage. They claim it's a medium to full coverage foundation, which I totally agree with. I think it's a solid medium. It's definitely lessened kind of the going away breakout that I have on the side of my face here, but it's not completely concealed it away. I'm gonna flip to the other side of my brush and see how much coverage I can get with that under my eye, because I would love to not need concealer. I mean, I think that's totally given me, like enough coverage under my eye for like a normal day. If I was going out or I was gonna have my picture taken or like I was doing something special, I would definitely want to use something like maybe a shade lighter just to kind of lift that area, but definitely covered it up well enough for me at least. So that is the foundation on. No concealer, no powder, nothing. And again, the primer is on my left side, the right side of your screen. And from the mirror back, I don't really see a big difference in the way it looks, but up close, this side does look just a little bit more smoother, but I like the way this side is sitting better. It's also kind of clinging to some areas on this side of my face. I think for my skin type at least, I would probably use more of a hydrating primer under this, knowing that it's a liquid to powder and that it's supposed to be a kind of a matte finish, because it is sort of sitting weird, like really weird on the side of my nose, and that's kind of where that primer is, because it's not sitting that weird on this side of my nose. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but yeah, I'm definitely happier with the way it looks on the not prime side. Alright, so that is the foundation all over, no concealer, nothing. I am going to do the rest of my makeup, and then we'll come back and talk about the pros and cons and my thoughts. Alright, so that is the rest of my makeup on. Just a simple, normal look. This is kind of what I would normally wear to work. And I just applied everything over top of it. I didn't add any powder, and everything blended beautifully. I assume just because it is that liquid to powder texture, and it gives the skin sort of that powdered finish as it is. So I think that's why everything blended so beautifully. Everything that I put on my face will be listed in the description box below. Right now, I'm just still not happy with how this looks on my nose. I'm fine with it everywhere else on my face. It just does not look cute right here on my nose. And I wonder if that's the primer. It has to be. It has to, I don't know. I like it on 98% of my face, but just like right here on my nose isn't cute, and it's not sitting well. It looks fine on the other side of my nose. I think maybe I just put too much on my nose. I feel like maybe in general I use too much of this foundation as a whole, because I ended up using about 3 pumps. And I normally with foundation only use a pump or a pump and a half, even when I want really full coverage. So I think maybe I just used a little bit too much, but I like the way it looks, and I'm gonna wear it for a few hours, and then I am gonna be back and tell you a little bit about it. Okay, so I am back 4 hours later. I really want to wear this foundation like all day, and I totally could, but it is like nighttime. I put it on at like 4 p.m. and it is now 8:15, and I mean, I look great. I'm gonna say it. My foundation, except for right here, like where it was patchy earlier, it is still patchy, but the rest of my face looks amazing. I'm like really impressed with the longevity of this foundation. I know that I've only been wearing it for 4 hours, but I just had a 2-hour-long rehearsal outside in like super humid 88-degree weather. And it still looks amazing, and I mean, except for like right where like it was looking weird earlier, and again, I think that was like my fault when I was applying it. So I'm gonna give this foundation like an A+ for longevity, an A+ for coverage, and an A+ for finish. I'm not generally a matte kind of person, but it is a true matte finish if that is what you're looking for when you're shopping for a foundation. So this gets an overall A+ from me. The packaging is amazing. These are $55 each, and they are really well packaged. They're a glass bottle with a pump, which is really nice. So A+ packaging, A+ all around. If you enjoyed this and have any questions about this foundation or have any suggestions for future reviews, please leave those in the comments box below. While you're down there, open up the description box, because every product that I have on my face right now is going to be in there for you, as well as links to my social media. I am at JonJonTalks on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and then there's a link to my Facebook down there as well. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and click on my face now to be subscribed, and I will see you all next time. Bye! This is the Lancome Teint Idole makeup stick. This has SPF 21, and I'm using this as a... Hey?